Well, it is 10 o'clock, so we are going to go ahead and get started. Again, I am Lakia Gaines, and I'm coming from Columbia, South Carolina. So in partnership with our council, Mountains to Midlands, we have Eastern Carolina, who's the other council on behalf of our state, that are partnering with us this morning to bring you Girl Scouts Connected. So today we are welcoming our juniors, which is you guys, and we're making simple meals. And are you able to see my screen, Girl Scouts Connected? If you can, give me a thumbs up. All right, awesome. So while we're waiting, we'll get started. You were asked to get some supplies. We have a very special guest with us today, Ms. Sharon Mills Pinckney, who's going to be leading the instructions for us this morning. And you're going to be making two things, a simple breakfast meal and a simple meal for lunch and or dinner. So our steps for today to help you get this badge. We have 5 steps. We're only going to do 3 this morning, and the remaining 2 you'll be able to do on your own. So step 1 is set up your skills with a pro. Step 2, whip up a great breakfast. And step 3, fix a healthy lunch or dinner. All right, so to begin, and you don't have to unmute yourself, but I would like for you to join with me as we go into the Girl Scout Promise and the Girl Scout Law. So the Girl Scout Promise. On my honor, I will try to serve God and my country, to help people at all times, and to live by the Girl Scout Law. The Girl Scout Law. I will do my best to be honest and fair, friendly and helpful, considerate and caring, courageous and strong, and responsible for what I say and do, and to respect myself and others, respect authority, use resources wisely, make the world a better place, and to be a sister to every Girl Scout. Thank you so much, girl. I saw you doing it with me. I heard some of you, so thank you so much. So before we begin, and if you raise your hand, I'll unmute you and let you share. What did you have for breakfast this morning? All right, Ella, I'm going to unmute you. What did you have for breakfast this morning?
Oatmeal.
All right, oatmeal, very good. Anyone else? All right, Emma Grace, what did you have for breakfast this morning?
French toast.
Oh, French toast. See if anyone else wants to share. One more person. Delaney, what did you have for breakfast this morning?
I'm in Mountain Time, so this is going to be my breakfast.
Okay. Thank you. All right, I'm being naughty myself. I didn't have any breakfast yet. I had some tea, but I will be eating what we're cooking today for breakfast. And Delaney brought up a good point. Happy Earth Day, everybody. Today is Earth Day, so I hope that you'll be tuning in with us later on as we get some creative ideas for Earth Day. All right, so this is a great way to think about Earth Day and our healthy meals for later on. So I'm going to introduce you to Miss Sharon Mills Pinckney, and this is our first step. She's going to help us with step 1, 2, and 3 today. So she's going to help us set up our kitchen. I see Brianna is getting organized and ready. Good morning, Brianna and Mom. And she's going to help us set up our kitchen this morning so we can be ready to make our meals. Are you girls ready? All right, I'm hungry, so I'm ready too. So, all right, Miss Sharon, I'm going to make you our spotlight this morning. All right. All right, go ahead, Ms. Sharon.
Okay, good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us. My name is Sharon Pinckney, and I'm with At the Table, and I'm a certified cooking instructor with Healthy Hands Cooking. And this morning, we're going to do healthy breakfast and healthy lunch, and give you some options that you can do on your own. The first thing we want to talk about is kitchen safety. Now, what is one of the things that we need to do every time we get ready to cook? If anybody want to say that in the chat room, I'm doing it right now. I've already washed my hands. So we know right now everybody's really making the time to wash their hands really carefully. And so I want to make sure you wash your hands. Because sometimes little kids, I notice in my classroom, they'll put the soap on there and rinse it right off before they even start washing. So what we want to do is make sure we put our soap on and we get some good lather going before we rinse, and make sure we get in between our fingers and all that stuff. So we want to make sure our hands are really, really clean before we get started in our kitchen. Another thing that we want to be very careful about is when we're handling any sharp items, if you have knives and those kind of things in your kitchen. And one of the things that we use in our classroom is this particular knife, which is you can get from Curious Chef. It is a kid's chef knife. So we use the kid's chef knife in our cooking classes, and we make sure we always hold our knives a particular way where we're not cutting ourselves. So this is our tip of our knife. Our handle is right here, and then the blade is underneath. So I'm just going to demonstrate that we always hold our knife here, and we put our 2 fingers on each side of the knife. So on this side, it'll be like that. So we make sure we have our hands like this when we use our knives. And this is called a bear claw. Okay, so one thing I want to demonstrate this morning is how to do cutting. And we've already washed our vegetables, so this is our green pepper. So before you start on your green pepper, you're going to cut the tip off. And I want to make sure you guys can see what I'm doing. Slide everything over. So you cut the tip off of your pepper. And this knife is not very sharp. I normally use my own chef's knife, but I want to demonstrate with a student knife. And you see that flat side, you're going to lay that down, and then you can start cutting your pepper, because it'll give you a flat surface so you can hold your pepper properly. One of the things that we do when we cut our fruits and vegetables, we always use the bear claw. And it's kind of like this, like a bear claw. So you hold your fruits and vegetables like that. So when you're cutting, if the knife gets pressed against you, it'll just press against your knuckles. It won't cut your finger. So we're going to hold our fruits and vegetables like that when we're cutting those. So our first item that we're going to be making today is our breakfast item. And I want to see a thumbs up. Just give me a thumbs up if you've ever eaten a rainbow. Has anyone ever eaten a rainbow? Now, a lot of times when I ask that question, the kids say, yes, I've eaten a rainbow Skittles. But we're not talking about Skittles today. We're talking about fruits and vegetables that are vibrant, colorful, healthy for you. So today we're going to be doing we're going to be using some of these items. This is a little bit of a rainbow, our peppers that we're going to use for our pizza. And so you're going to be getting a handout. I don't know if, do we have the handout with the benefits?
Yes, we do. And we have Delaney is showing us that she has raspberries and blueberries. So she's getting her rainbow ready for her parfait this morning. Does anyone else have?
Wonderful.
Ella is showing us her blueberries that she's going to be using.
Okay.
Carson also has some delicious red raspberries and blueberries. She's already washed those in her colander cylinder.
Okay,
so we are ready. And I'm going to put up right now, Ms. Sharon, the rainbow sheet.
Okay. So we're going to talk about why you need to eat a rainbow. Why your plate needs to be colorful, full of color. The more colors you have, the healthier your plate is, because each color represents a different nutrient that our body needs. So every time you put colors on your plate, you're adding more and more nutrients to your plate. So as you can see there, we talk about the green food that now all of our colors have one thing in common, and I want you all to tell me that at the end. Okay, our green foods may reduce cancer, lower blood pressure, and they boost the immune system. And one of the things about the green foods are called superfoods. So you want to remember your green foods are your superfoods. So you want to load up your plate with greens. And if you can have a healthy salad every day with lots of different greens in it, I love spinach, or you can do kale or arugula, different greens. You want to load your plate up with beautiful, healthy, vibrant greens. And then the orange and yellows. Now, oranges, you know, there's lots of orange foods out there, and the yellow foods, the yellow squash. Now, one thing I found that a banana is yellow on the outside, but it counts as a white food because it's actually white. But, you know, you look at it, you might think, oh, banana is a yellow food, but it is a white food. But now our orange and yellow foods, they are very beneficial for our joints. So we can bend our arms and bend our knees and all those things. And they're really good for calcium and also building a healthy bones. The yellow and orange foods are good for that. And a lot of times we have colds and different things, and we do oranges or citrus fruits. So that's good for that fighting bacteria as well. Now, our white foods, a lot of times when you get, maybe you'll get a cold or a virus or something, and the doctor may say, all white foods. They may put you on white rice, white potatoes, white crackers, all these different foods that are white. And those are because they fight bacteria and virus. And so the white foods are very good for that. And our red food, now one way I remember red food is like, think about what red food looks like the heart. That would be an apple. So I always, when I think about the red food, I think about my heart beating. The more red foods I have. You can have, today we have the red pepper here. We got the red pepper, but we also have the red apple that is has so many nutrients in it in one apple. Apple is full of nutrients and antioxidants. Now, you may ask, what is an antioxidant? And antioxidant is what fights diseases and illnesses in our body. So every time you eat all of these great foods, they are fighting disease for you. They are fighting, they are like superheroes. Our foods, our fruits, our vegetables are superheroes, especially those green foods. Now, the last one.
I think Ella has a question, Ms. Sharon.
Okay, go ahead, Ella.
Or you just, okay.
I have a question.
All right. And I see some of the girls are taking notes on this, but don't worry. I'm going to email this out to everyone after we have our webinar today.
Okay, great. And our blue and purple foods. Now, some of you already got your blue foods. I heard you have blueberries, which is excellent. I don't know how many of you like eggplant, but that's another one of those purple foods. And we can go on and on. And so I want you to think about putting the rainbow on your plate and eating your rainbow every single day. So if you can get your rainbow, and you don't have to eat the whole rainbow at one setting, at breakfast, like we're doing today, we're going to have a rainbow of berries on our parfait. That's your breakfast rainbow. And then your lunch, now I have red, yellow, green, and orange peppers and spinach and, you know, the pepperoni, but that's the meat part. But also that's given a variety of color to your pizza. So we're going to get started. And oh yeah, I see that. Grapes and strawberries are a great way. You can actually put grapes in your parfait if you want to. You don't have to use just berries. You could put grapes in there, anything really, banana, you can put anything in there that you would like, any kind of fruit. Okay, so with our parfait, I always like to use a pretty glass or something like that for my parfait so you can see the different layers. So I want everyone to get their glass out or whatever they decide to use for their parfait. And this morning, we're using Greek vanilla yogurt, but if you are having an allergy or difficulty with dairy, we do suggest a soy yogurt or a coconut yogurt. They have some different brands as well, but we're using the Greek vanilla Chobani yogurt this morning. And so what I would tell you now,
yogurt that you have, we want you to use it. And again, these items can be, just because Ms. Sharon is using blueberries, if you have grapes or you have blackberries, whatever you have, we want you to use that this morning with us, okay?
Right, because we're not one moms and dads to go out and buy all this grocery. We're going to use what we have in our house. So whatever you have in your refrigerator or your pantry, you can mix and match and do substitutes for this parfait. So we're going to start out with our yogurt. And what I want to tell you, girls, and I don't know if any guys on here, but I want to tell you all that one way I get the yogurt so it'll lay in the cup is just turn it sideways when you're putting your yogurt in. And then do it carefully if you want to be able to see those layers. And you can put as much as you want. There's really no recipe for this. Okay, and you're just gonna layer everything. The next thing we'll do is our granola. And what I'm saying here, I have this gluten-free granola, and it's really good. It has raisins, banana chips, and nuts in it. If anybody want to look at that and see, it's really tasty. You can also make your own homemade granola with old-fashioned oats, butter, cinnamon, and a little bit of brown sugar. Okay, so we're just gonna put our granola in there.
And Miss Sharon, if all I had was a granola bar, is that fine for me to break it up and use that as well?
Oh yeah, you can do that as well. Mm-hmm. It's just a matter of getting those grains in there, and they're healthy whole grains. Okay, and then now we like color, so if you want colorful, I got some strawberries here that I'm putting on next. And you're just making layers. That's all you're doing. Making layers.
So, and just again, for our girls that are going to the fridge, I see some of us going to the fridge as well. We're going to layer it. So Ms. Sharon said we're going to do yogurt, and then granola, and then your fruit.
Right. And it also depends on how big your cup is. Like, you fit it all in there. Like I'm doing my strawberries, and then I'm going to put more yogurt, and my next layer is going to be my blueberry. We put our strawberries, and then we get some more granola. Now I will say, if you decide to get this granola, it has some pretty big chunks in it, so you might want to chop it up a little bit before you make your parfait. It actually has whole cashews in here as well. It's really good. And as you can see, I've got a lot going on in here. So I add my blueberries on top. Blueberry. You can see that, and then you can put a little dollop of yogurt right there on the top. And now you can see that. There you have your breakfast parfait. And your rainbow, your mini rainbow. Now, can anyone, well, I can't see you guys, but can anyone taste theirs and tell me what you think?
And I see some beautiful containers out there and glasses. I see Natalie just took a bite. How is it, Natalie? I'm going to unmute you. They have your mouth full.
Good.
All right.
Okay.
Did anyone else use anything different besides what we're using today?
I used Oreos.
Ooh.
Oh, wow. Just regular Oreos or some different flavored Oreos?
Regular.
Okay. Okay.
And those that I'm just thinking, Ms. Sharon, part of our step for the badge is step 4 is to create a delicious dessert. So it's I believe that was Natalie that used Oreos. Will we be able to then use Oreos and turn this into a dessert?
Oh yes, most definitely. And this parfait is actually a breakfast or dessert. You can use it for either one, just like this, or you can, like she did, add Oreos or any other kind of cookie to make it a dessert, because you can interchange it the way you want to do it. So that would be great.
Sharon, I think we have some mini chefs in here with us today. We have some beautiful jars and glasses. Delaney has hers layered very well. And I saw Delaney munching while we were getting started, so I was doing the same thing. Ella showed us hers. I see Brianna has a nice setup there. She shows a pretty glass. Emma Grace. Rain had a beautiful jar.
Wonderful.
Girls are doing awesome. So I'm trying to give us a few moments for them to really enjoy their breakfast parfait.
Okay.
And Ms. Taryn, while they're doing that, any benefits to eating breakfast? I don't like to eat breakfast in the morning. I try to skip maybe because I'm older now, but what are the benefits of eating a healthy breakfast in the morning?
Okay, well, one of the things that we do, while we're sleeping, we're actually fasting. So if you break up the word breakfast, it's break the fast. So you want to break your fast first thing in the morning with breakfast, because that kickstarts your metabolism. And when you don't eat breakfast and you wait until later in the day to eat, that turns into fat. And when you eat your breakfast, your metabolism is revving up, it revs up and it's moving and it's going. But if you don't eat breakfast, then when you eat the first thing you eat, your metabolism is moving slow. So by the time you eat that first meal, that it just turns into fat. It's not energy. The first thing in the morning, eat that breakfast. It jumpstarts your energy. It speeds up your metabolism. It gets you going for the day. That's why breakfast is so important, because when you skip breakfast or you eat 1 or 2 meals a day, it turns into fat. And so you don't want that. You want it to turn into energy. So when you eat that breakfast first thing in the morning, it turns into energy and it gets you revved up for your day.
All right, awesome. Well, I now know that I need to start eating breakfast first thing in the morning. I want to shout out Emma Grace. Emma Grace just did a dollop of yogurt on the top. I saw that. Very good, Emma Grace, our little chef.
Awesome.
All right, we are going to now, I know we're transitioning kind of fast because we're going to move on now to a healthy option for lunch and or dinner, and that would be a mini pizza. So I'm gonna let Ms. Sharon go ahead and tell us what we're gonna need to have for our mini pizzas.
Okay, so earlier I talked about the rainbow of colors on your pizza, and today, now we're making with an English muffin, but I'm gonna tell you, you can use any type of bread that you want. We're doing the English muffin today because it's like a mini pizza. You can also make a larger pizza with it's a bread out there that's called naan. It's spelled N-A-A-N, and that makes a really good crust for a pizza, and it's like an individual size pizza. This is a mini one, so you'll have 2 when you use this. So we're going to cut this in half. And as you can see, I'm still using my little student chef knife. And like I said, from Curious Chef, these knives come from Curious Chef. And then the next thing you're going to do is get your pizza sauce. And you can use marinara sauce, any sauce that you have in your house, you can use that.
And the girls are showing us, I see Prego, I see another, Emma Grace has her sauce. We have some sauce from Delaney as well. Our girls are ready this morning, Ms. Sharon. Very good, Girl Scout
Excellent.
Junior.
I'm going to put this up here so you can see it better. And so we're just going to get out pizza sauce. You don't want to put too much sauce because you don't want your pizza to be soggy. But now one of the things about these 2 things that I shared with you today, it's something you can make on your own. You don't have to ask your parents to help you with these. Now, if they want to, that's fine, but you don't have to have, because you're not oven, but you can actually use an oven to warm these up. I mean, a microwave to warm these up. So, and then I would do a thin layer of sauce on there. And like I said, you don't want them to be soggy. Now, I'm going to tell you, girls, I don't know how many of you eat spinach. This is my topping for my pizza, along with the pepperoni or sauce, anything that you want to put on there. And so, if you want to do your layer of spinach, take your spinach leaves and layer them across here. You won't need that many because these are tiny. And this is something that you can prepare for your family for a quick snack. You can prepare these for your lunch box when school is back in session, or even at home, you can prepare your own lunch. And then we have some mozzarella cheese here. Now, if you like cheese, if you're a cheese person, you can put your cheese underneath, or you can put it on top, or however you want to do that.
So girls, what are you using out there today? While Miss Sharon is doing with her cheese, what are you using on your pizza this morning? Ella, what are you using this morning?
I'm using cheese and pepperoni.
All right. Anyone else wants to share? You raise your hand, I could see you better that way. Or thumb up. All right, Brianna, what are you using this morning?
Cheese,
All right.
sauce.
Okay. All right, Jenna, what are you using this morning?
I'm using Pillsbury biscuits and mushrooms and pepperoni and cheese.
Oh, very
Ooh,
good.
that sounds like a veggie deluxe.
All right.
Deluxe pizza.
All right, so Miss Sharon, we left off with you. You were adding your cheese to your pizza.
Yes, and I do have, if you want a healthier version, they do have a turkey pepperoni that you can purchase. But right now we use whatever we have in our home. So we're gonna put the pepperoni here. And like I said, you can put the cheese on top of your pizza after you're all done, or you can put it underneath, however you want. And some put it on top and underneath. Some people just like a lot of cheese. Now another thing about the pizza too, this little English muffin pizza can also be a breakfast as well, because you can put sausage on there, cheese, egg, whatever you want to put on it. So that's another way you can do it. Now I have some little peppers and stuff already cut up. And I would suggest, if you want to try it, I know some of you may not eat spinach or may not think you like it, but one thing about spinach, it's a sweeter and milder vegetable. So if you put it on, like I have it on my pizza here underneath there, if you put the spinach on there, you really won't taste the spinach. So in class, I try to tell you, try it one time. Try everything, taste at least one bite of everything, because you don't know if you like it until you try it. So I do, and then I do say try it maybe 2 or 3 times after that, because maybe the first time you don't like something, and you'll try it later, and you find out that you do like it. So I got some more cut up red, yellow, and orange peppers here that I'm just gonna sprinkle on top. And you can place these however you like. But you can see how beautiful those colors are and how vibrant it is. And when you think about these colors and that handout we just talked about, you're getting all these benefits of eating those different colors, eating the rainbow. So the rainbow.
Emma Grace has a question.
Yes. Emma?
Trying to.
Can I microwave it?
She's asking me, Sharon, now that she has everything on her pizza, what's her next step? Should she put it in the microwave?
Yes, she can put it in the microwave, or she can, I don't know if you have a toaster oven or the big oven, but what I was saying, if you want to do this without your family help, then you can use the microwave. You can absolutely use the microwave. And it says, I think On the recipe, it says 30 seconds. Are y'all showing this?
All right, if everyone, I know some of us, this is breakfast time and we're ready to eat, but if you could show me what you've done so far. I see some beautiful pizzas out there. All right, Carson had her hand raised. Carson?
So can we use the oven to cook the pizzas, or can we just use the microwave?
You can use the oven and you can put it on broil, and then it'll just cook across the top. So either one is fine, whichever is better for you. You can use the oven or the microwave. Now, if you don't have mom and dad around, I would suggest use the microwave. If you don't have an adult.
All right, Natalie is showing us her pizza that she made. Thank you, Natalie.
Now, is Natalie pizza a rainbow pizza?
I think Natalie, what all do you have in your pizza?
I have cheese, sauce, and these little like bagels.
Okay.
Bagels?
Bagel like dough.
Okay. So you made your pizza with the bagels?
Mm.
Okay, that's a great idea. Anybody got a rainbow pizza out there? And like I said, you can do the same thing with larger pieces of bread if you want to feed your family, or if you want to make a bigger meal for a bigger pizza for yourself. Now these are mini pizzas, so if you get the larger bread, it would be better. Some people use tortilla wrap. I don't prefer those because they're really thin, but if you have those, you can also make the pizza with those.
All right. So girls, this is something that you can get up one morning and make breakfast for your family. Don't you agree? This is an awesome way to say, hey, mom or dad, sisters and brothers, I made breakfast for everyone. In addition to pizza. So with Miss Sharon, she took one English muffin and she made 2 pizzas. So this is a nice, I would say cost-effective way to make a great breakfast and a meal with your family or for your family. So you are Girl Scout juniors that are preparing, you just prepared lunch and breakfast. Isn't that amazing?
And in a short period of time.
Yes. And again, I want to thank Miss Sharon. She does this. This is what she does. She offers cooking classes to girls and boys like you within your age to help you learn how to cook through a healthy, fun way. Now, Miss Sharon, I'm going to let the girls know I'm going to go when we're done, and I'm going to make my favorite pizza is a spinach, mushroom, and onion pizza. I love that combination together as well. So the next steps, I'm going to share my screen with you all. The next steps to help you complete this badge is to create a delicious dessert. Make a dessert that you've never tried before. I will ask your mom or dad to help you get on the internet and look up a new recipe to try as a dessert. And then finally, make your own meal. So make a one-pot meal. I'm not sure if how many of you, your parents use a crock pot. I love using a crock pot. It's a nice way to kind of set it and forget it. But that's a way for you to do a one-pot meal. Think of sometimes spaghetti. Spaghetti is a way to do a one-pot meal. I've done that way before. So I want to challenge you girls to, as Ms. Sharon said, make a rainbow with your food, add different colors in, and just have fun when you're doing this process. So do we have any last questions for Ms. Sharon before we go? All right, so girls, you have a fantastic, wonderful day. I see you're still eating, so enjoy your breakfast and stay tuned with us next week for at the same time for our next junior badge, which is horseback riding. And then also today at 3 p.m. we have our Facebook Live and our 5 p.m. Zoom party. So thank you so much and have a wonderful day. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
I'm going to unmute everybody. Bye.
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 Thank you.
Girl Scout.
Thank you, girls. Bye-bye, girls.
Bye.
Bye.
Enjoy your
They
birthday.
unmuted us. Bailey, they unmuted us.
Bye.
Bye.